With a round of applause, let's welcome Yemi Kings.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Please, can we celebrate him? Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing? How are we doing? All right, so I've been here since morning. I've been here since the very first speaker has been here, and some of us, we've not stood up or gone to take a leak. Can we just all just stand up, just walk like 3 paces, just stretch it out. Just you can meet someone around you, just introduce yourself to 1 or 2 persons. Hello, how are you doing? Just stretch it. Somebody's back is in. Talk to someone, introduce yourself, network. I mean, we're going to go into that. Nice meeting you. We're going to have a break very soon. At BMC, I just let people to just nice to meet. All right. Shukra, thank you so much. That was such an amazing session. God bless you. I'd like us to have our seats back now. Let's come back to our seats. We do not have the luxury of time anymore. I'll need us all to take our seats now. Before I start, please can we celebrate Mr. Gaspard? Gaspo, we are clapping for you. I love this man so much. I mean, if Gaspo were not to be a Nikon person, he would definitely be an MTN person. He's asking, have you gotten your Nikon camera? Please, can we celebrate this man? I mean, it's the brain behind all of this. And to his amazing team, thank you so much for putting all of this together. As a proper Yoruba boy, I would love to greet all my elders in the building, our fathers that have come here to speak, that have blessed us, that have been blessing us since morning. My mentor's mentor is in the house. Please, can we celebrate for Tonimi? Thank you very much. Daddy, thank you so much. And then we have Otumba Isaac in the house. Thank you so much. We have a lot of fathers in the house. Baba just he was here. He's at the back. See, whatever it is that we are doing as creatives, as businessmen, as artists in this generation, we rode on the shoulders of some people who paved the way for this industry. Please, can we celebrate Don Baba? I don't call him Don Baba, I call him Don Baba. This is the original Don Baba. Thank you so much. And I also love to, thank all the previous speakers that have talked before me. Thank you so much. And my own uncle is in the house. He's a very quiet person. In fact, I'm very surprised that Mr. Gaspard was able to draw him out. This man has single-handedly contributed to the photography industry, the new age photography industry, in more ways than many of us want to admit. Please, can we celebrate Camera Joint? He's a man with one of the best arts I've ever met. Very good man. All right, so my topic is Rebound. And I was asking Mr. Gaspard that, what do you want me to see? And he said, Yemi, just come and share your story, tell people your post-COVID experience. I want to believe that a lot of speakers here have done justice to the business side. I mean, we've had Fortunimi talk, we've had Mr. Kola Oshalusi, we've had Mr. Kim Salam talk about the business and the industry of photography. We've also had Mr. Oputa of Studio 24 talk about business. I mean, these are people that have been doing this way before I was born. So I want to believe that they've really, that topic, they've done justice to it. There's actually nothing you want to ask me now about the business of photography that these elders have not yet touched. But building on the things they've said, I'm just going to share my story and hope that it blesses someone here today. It encourages you in your journey. It helps in your rebound. A big greetings from my beautiful wife. She said I should greet you people where. Thank you. And what does rebound mean? Rebound means to bounce back up with the same force that kicked you down. It just means bounce. Can someone say bounce? Can someone say bounce? If COVID kicked you down, bounce. And someone is like, so why is he bound on me? Is he as easy as that? I was sharing with my Oga at the back that when it comes to photography, business principles, when it comes to 10 steps to make money, when it comes to the business thing, I don't know it. I'm just simply a man that God has helped. I'm a product of the mercies of Jesus Christ. And I love him and I serve him and he blesses my work. That's my trade secret. I don't know any marketing hack. I don't know. I've never been to any business school in my life. I don't know jack about money making, but I love photography. And I try my best daily to love my God. COVID. I was a single guy living in a 2-bedroom empty studio / house / office / boys hostel in Palm Grove. And I was planning to get married. And I came to Lagos 2017 and I interned with a few of my mentors, Mr. Shewaki Somi, Ria Sholanke. And I was just doing what I knew to do. I just finished my NYSC. And all I did was take pictures of youth coppers in the family house with my Nikon camera and one speed light. But I'd learned to work with what I know. And I've learned to work with what I have with me. And I got calls from people saying, Yemi, how do you light your pictures? How do you do this? How do you do that? And I told them I have one camera, one 35mm lens, and one speed light. And they didn't believe. And they've invited me to speak and demonstrate to them how I actually achieve what I achieve with one light. And I said it's very simple. We're all photographers here. I bring my very large softbox close to my subject, and I put my reflector this close, almost 2 or 3 inches away. Please, I need my water. Almost 2 or 3 inches away from my subject, and I reflect from underneath. By the time I shoot raw and I pull up shadows in either my Capture One or my camera raw, by the time I do that, thank you. God bless you. I'm fine, thank you. By the time I pull out all of that, it looks like, the shadow part, it looks like, and then, we do some tweakings in Photoshop, and it looks like I used a 3/4 light setting. And then I didn't have rim light, so if I wanted to make it look like I did any rim lights, I'll duplicate the layer, pull up the brightness, and then mask out the edges. Rim light, badele. And I didn't have gel. If I wanted to paint gel on my pictures, I'll create a new layer, paint whatever color of gel. I'll paint a different color on the shadows. I'll paint a different color on the highlights, and then change the blend mode to color. Simple. Gel, badele. And I've never been one to feel like, oh, I need to have everything before everything works. I need to have this latest gear before buy the gears if you can afford it, but have you maximized that which you have in your hands? So before we get started, I think we're just going to spend the next 2-3 minutes and just cruise through some of the images that I've created over the course of the past 2 years. This is just a sample. I shot this with 2 lights. Don't play the slideshow, just keep going. 2 light setup, just hash light, soft light. This, can you go back to that image? This was done straight from camera. This has no Photoshop. This has no Photoshop at all. So most of these images, this one has no Photoshop, straight from camera. This is also straight from camera. It's a technique called drag painting, shutter drag. This is straight from camera as well. We did it at an exhibition I had recently. Please move forward. Yeah. So my work is very soft, very simple. I don't incorporate too many hard. So please go back. This particular image was shot at a wedding, and I didn't have any backdrop. So what I did was these 6 speakers that the band guys usually stack on each other was my background. But because I know that I already have a black background to work with, all I just did was move the Oyinbo man away. Don't worry, it's not related to my guy here. Just move the Oyinbo man away a little bit, and then put my light in front, one light setup. Remember what I said about putting the reflector very close? In fact, the reflector was somewhere around here, and I had to remove it in post. So it bounces enough light. And then I was just like, the guy was smiling as if he's enjoying food. So I was like, Kimoli, and I felt like I just looked for this online, put it, and then put some smokes. I'm not sure if you can see it. Put some smoke to just make him interact with it, and then I don't even know the white guy's name again. He flew back to his country, never saw him again. But I mean, this has taught me to work best with the environment, not wait until everything is perfect. And then here he was screaming, the same guy, and I felt like the only thing that can justify this scream is as if he's passing a message. So got a mic, dropped it on top of his mouth, and then that image was produced. Next. So I shot this at the roof of a house. Of course, we did so much manipulation inside it, change the sky, change the concrete, change everything. And then we put the birds, and then we put some African sunshine. Move. Keep it simple. Keep it neat. Have as little or no distractions in the image, because the focus point of the image has to be very, very clear. When people look at your image, what do you want them to see? Many times we see some images and then we cannot say that, oh, this is exactly what we're looking at. Let it be very, very clear what it is that we're looking at. Go back, go. All right. Should we stop or should we keep going? Keep going. So these are like my most recent images. Keep going. All I've ever done is for me to keep striving for knowledge, keep growing. Whenever I see someone that knows more than me, all I try to do is humble myself at the feet of that person and learn. If you try to oppress me with what you know, and you try to rub what you know more than me in my face, I would allow you. But you will not leave that meeting without me collecting it. So the best way, one of the ways I've grown, is to let people show off around me. Do it. I'll learn. So a lot of us don't know how to feel when we are in the presence of someone who knows better or who knows more, and you start feeling small and you start feeling intimidated. You have to take that up as a challenge. So if somebody knows something more than you, how did they get there? How they chose to handle their knowledge, or the impact they chose to allow their knowledge make on you, is not your own problem. But the question you must ask yourself is, if there is anybody that has been great, or if there is anybody that is celebrated, or if there is anybody that has made a mark in their lives or in this industry, the challenge you have to put to yourself is, how did they get there? We heard Fatonemi saying he resigned as a top boss in an oil company to pursue photography. Many people would not have understood that decision. Yes, I did. Some people call you in the family that so did anybody question? I'm sure people would have questioned. And now she's the one chopping the money. His house is standing on a raft foundation. Don't go. It's a big man. Yes, I didn't learn next week. Yes, I moved Danny. Hello. People go through things. A lot of us, our generation is very quick to admire people and then just say, wow, more blown, gone, and then we don't ask the questions of, sir, what have you sacrificed to get here? I think, when Gaspar called me, I said, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I sense it very, very, very strong in my spirit to just follow what the Holy Spirit would have me share with you. And so I'm not even going by what I have in my book anymore. I'm just going to share from my spirit with you guys. If you see someone that has succeeded or that is succeeding, yes, respect them, celebrate their journey, honor them. But more importantly, ask the tough questions. So, what have you sacrificed? What are you still sacrificing? Where is this still paining you? Beyond the glitz, beyond the glam, beyond the followers, beyond the cars, ask the right questions. During COVID, I was planning on getting married. I didn't have up to 150,000 naira in my own personal account, and I was marrying an Igbo girl from Imo State. So help me. And I went to go and meet her parents. I did my introduction during COVID. And, the man was like, are you the one that wants to marry my daughter? I said, yes, sir. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about you from my daughter. And I'm a photographer. I don't have anybody. I don't know nobody. But I have God. Amen. Somebody say, I have God. See, that's the crux of my message to you today. There is no success that is not spiritual. Take it from me. There is no what? There is no success that is not spiritual. Everybody has spoken here today and they have blessed us. I want to believe that we've all learned from all the speakers. Correct? I'm here to just add to it that, look, just hold God. Now, watch this. The Heart Factory means that during the pandemic, what was it doing? Is business tilted towards more family portraits? It's by the grace of God that I could even tilt in a direction. Some people could not move, talk less of tilt. Nobody was booking me. I was just I was just gaining weight. I had to leave Lagos because Lagos was like where you must catch corona. Osun State was safer. Because all these rich people that have traveled from abroad, my mom was just on my neck. Oh, Yemi. Yeah, that's the full meaning of the Yemi now. Oh, Yemi, corona, so I left Lagos and I was staying with my dad and mom, and all I was just doing was waking up, eating, sleeping. They didn't even have anyone to send me. So I was just at home, and then a client reached out to me and said, Yemi, my birthday is next week, and I need a portrait. I said, Auntie Shewa Loshogbo. She said, no, I'm not in Oshogbo. Auntie, where are you? She said, I'm currently in the United States of America. I said, I don't have passport. They're like, no, but I know you are very creative. Is there a way you can take my pictures and just think about? I just want a new picture. I said, you can't come, I can't go, we can't see. So do you expect me to pull pictures out of my heart? And then I said, okay, you know what, fine. Send me 10 pictures that you have shot in the past 2 years. Send me 10 selfies. Take pictures of yourself from different angles, and let me see what I can work with. So what I did was stitch up about 20 different photographs, and then I did digital makeup on her, fixed her hair, and then she was like, no, I don't want this brow. This brow is the one of 2000, and this one is one of 2016. There's a way they are doing it now in 2020. I said, I don't know. So what I did was go online, latest 2020 brows, went on different pages, found brows from models that are lovely, removed it, put it on her face, and then I sent the images to her. She was like, Yemi, can I have a leather coat? No problem. Went on Amazon, leather coat, put it on it, shaded it to have a very proper, realistic effect on her, and then sent it. And she loved it. She sent me 100K. I was like, eh? For this one, I was happy that I had something to do. And that's how I started during COVID-19. I started doing virtual portrait sessions. And I was doing it for many clients. I did a pregnancy shoot. I did a lot. And what I was doing was coordinating it with one camera. They were shooting with another one. I was posing, I was directing. And then they were mailing the pictures to me as documents. And I made money doing that. The problem with a lot of us is not our village people. The problem with a lot of elastic enough to stretch. The only thing that we bounce, or the only thing that we rebound once it has been kicked, is something that is elastic enough to rise back up. Because elasticity, the law of elasticity demands that something that will bounce up has to work against the kinetic force that actually pushed you down. So the problem is not the heat of COVID that melted you. If you are a chocolate in nature, the heat of COVID will melt you. If you're an egg in nature, the heat of COVID will boil you. The problem is your own nature. Everybody in life, we are faced with the same challenges. Both the rich and the poor, and the people in the middle. The poor cry, the rich also cry. And believe you me, the pain is the same. The rich worry, the poor worry. The worry is the same. What causes the worry is different. But as human beings, we respond to situations of life, we feel it the same way. If you slap a poor man and you slap a rich man, they will feel the pain the same way. So what is slapping them is different, but the slap is the same. So you are worried about how to upgrade your D60 to at least a D610, and they are worried about taking their company in Nigeria to 4 other countries. The headache is the same. So don't look at somebody that you feel is successful and just believe that, oh, they got it covered, they don't have any issues. They do. Whether you're a billionaire or you are not a billionaire or you're a thousandaire, if you are married, say hello. Headache where poor man wife they give him, now rich man wife they give him. When are we going to this place? When are we going to play? We should go. Let's go and visit our next door neighbor. The man says, I don't have time. You never have time for me. The headache is what? The same. And the rich man's wife is saying, we have to fly to France, and then from there we have to go to Beverly Hills. And the man is saying that. So what I'm saying in essence is that it is the same. So let us first take away the boundaries of the perception of success and strip that to our own basic human nature. The problem is really not COVID. The problem is how you as an individual have trained yourself before COVID to survive. And believe you me, many COVIDs are still coming. Not COVID in its sense, But many things that might paralyze us as individuals or as a society will come. Mind you, some people are already preparing for that Armageddon. Hello, somebody. So that in the next 5 years, we are not talking about Rebound Part 2. Hello? So in the next 5 years, we don't come back and say, let's rebound again. Even born again is once they ask you to do it. As creatives, many of us are too busy with trying to make money that we have even forgotten to create solutions for our own problems. And we are supposed to be the problem solvers. Now our own brain is supposed to walk past. But something hit you and then you just sit down there. If you fall off a horse, what do? You climb it again. You fall off, you climb it again. But many of us are too quick to blame Kinili, last pani, clients mini. No. We blame everybody but yourself. Auntie, you are still using this your camera. When do you plan to change it? Who doesn't understand Yoruba here? You're like, why have you not changed your camera? And you're like, oh, there is one of your aunties or uncles that should have helped you, but it didn't help you. But you still saw him spraying money at a family function last week. Is it your money? One of the reasons why some of us might not be great or be greater than where we are now is because entitlement is in. You just feel too entitled to another person's result when you were not a part of the process. How dare you? My father said something to me. Said, "Okay, Monista, when to buy inyo, don't cut 10 million. To buy 2,000 low way. To buy for any 500 naira. Do bale kudupe. Kudema batielo. If you need 5,000 naira and you see someone counting 10 million, 5 million, and you tell somebody, sir, I need 5K, and the person says, well, take 500, go. Don't feel bad that out of all of this, that person that is counting 10 million is still looking for maybe 46 more million naira to balance it. So take your eyes away from that rich person in your family that has refused to help you. Take your eyes away from that your aburo mini that show you by family. Most of them go retail low. Do you understand? Take your eyes away from the grant that you applied for that did not come. Take your eyes away from your friend that you know is boxed up, that you feel should have been able to easily borrow you money. It's chump change now. Take your eyes away from it. You won't grow that way. And ask yourself, Banuso, and say, what can I do differently? In this, whether you are in Agege or you are in Banana, what can I do differently? Many of us are too proud to ask the person beside you and say, am I doing it well? What do you think I can do? Many of us can't even take criticism, talk less of correction. Somebody can just hint you and say, I feel you could do this. You just say, it's art in me. For 2 years, I show over blurry, motion blurry. Magenta, you work for you, print t-shirt, any photo speed. Magenta, color grading. That's my own, what's that thing they used to sell? Preset. What they feel like Lou. Do you understand? See, pray a prayer and say, it means the God that can look at you like this and you will fall inside the Red Sea. Please don't. God can look at you like this. He can look at you like this and you will fall and he will leave you. But before he does that, he has told you severally. Yobani, Agacho son, Kuni Sekini. Can I talk? If you want me to switch back to my British accent, I can do that. But can I talk? Agacho son, Kuni Sekini. Before you fail, hopefully, God is not that bad that will not have sent at least 1 or 2 pointers to you. But in your pride, in your stubbornness, you don't know nothing. You get to a group of creatives, they're talking photography, they're talking industry. The next thing you want to do is shoot your mouth and tell them that you know. And what do you know? So quantify the knowledge that you know and convert that to 2022 and ask yourself, hello somebody. It's not everything. You know, you said something very profound. You said a lot of us have to recognize what money is so that we don't miss out on money thinking that it's money, right? I think you framed it that way. A lot of us think that everything is money, everything is cash. Relationships that you should service, people that you should help. Is there every photo shoot that you even do for some clients that you collect money? I've traveled to a village before to go and shoot a prophet of God. Me, if you only share, I don't know how to do two things. I hold my God seriously. I don't joke with prophets. And when I was done photographing this man of God during COVID, I feel like praying in the spirit. Forgive me. And when I was done photographing this prophet of God, I was about to go. They wanted to find something for me. I said, me, money, God forbid. I'll be a fool to collect money from you. That's my value. I'm not imposing it on you. But I've come to understand in these my short years on earth that everything is not money. Tell the person beside you, everything is not money. Calm down. If it is money, tell the person, if it is money, you should have made it more than this. When I was done with that photo session, the Baba looked at me like this. He said he want money. Can you afford by? I just went on my knees. Yeah. And I raised my camera up. And he knew what I meant. And he prayed for me during COVID. That picture was shown here recently. He prayed for me. So there are some people that I'm quick to discern. This one, Yemi Kings are too expensive. Say moko buy ni. It's not everything I also want I can afford. So I'm unapologetically expensive. I've priced jeans before in front of Igbo man. He didn't sell. I was like, he didn't sell. His rate is his rate. And he didn't feel bad. In fact, at the point when I priced the guy, I reached one point, he just leave me. Okay, stop this. He did. Correct one you want? He just left me on the bad market because he understands the value of what he's about to give. The problem with a lot of us is not that. See, there are some problems that no workshop can solve for you. The problem is that a lot of us don't even value ourselves enough. Talk less of valuing our craft. Talk less of now valuing the money you are charging. So the problem is not price. So when people say let's discuss pricing, I can't tell you how much to charge as a creative. You are the one that will say, you yourself as your life like this. How much is your life worth? How much sponsors your life in a year? Divide it by 365 and then make your own calculations. Because it will not be fair on me to project my own overhead on you. All I can do is try and guide you and say, by these projections, living like this, at least, if you are spending 10,000 naira in a month to run your life, the minimum I would advise that you make should be 30,000 naira, so that you can spend, save, and invest. So it's now up to you. How to now make 30,000 naira in a month is your kettle of fish. Money is not everything. I've done a shoot before for a billionaire in this Lagos. I got access to him by the grace of God, and then he called me up and he said, Yemi, my 50th birthday is coming up next month and I want you to take the photographs. I said, no problem, sir. Myself, my team, we were there. We were shooting this man's family for 3 days. A standard family session at Yemi Kings Studios should be done within 4-5 hours. We were there for 3 days. Grandfather joined. Everybody joined. We were tired. We will go back and come back. We shot for 3 days. And then when the man was like, Yemi, you have not sent me my bill. I said, I will send it. Yemi, you've not sent me my invoice. I said, invoice. I'll send it. Sir, turn again like this. Bring these lights like this. Yemi. And then we delivered the images. They used it to print. They printed newspaper everywhere, blah, blah, blah. And then the birthday party, gone, was not supposed to come up. They now called me again. They said, Yemi Kings, we are discussing the party something. All the vendors are here. And then, of course, you're the one that will do photography. So we are approving the budget right now in this committee meeting. You are on speakerphone. I said, should people are still collecting money for photography in Nigeria? I don't know. So when people still collect money, photography, I don't. They say, Yemi, tell us your rates now. I said, for this man, I'm not collecting money. And then the day of the event came, we shot thousands of pictures. I was sweating. I cannot tell you the access and the doors that have opened from just that one seed. And if that man didn't do anything for me in this life, I'm still not entitled, because I sowed a seed to God through him, not to him. Hello, somebody. Many of us help people thinking that they will help you back. That's been transactional in your mindset. Help people for helping them sake, because Jesus said what? If you do it for your neighbor, you've done it unto me. So, along, this woman, say sorry for me. It will be pride. If I give you, see, You like my work, Abby? If I give you a free photo shoot, it's not you. I did it for Jesus in your life. Do you understand? So I'm not looking at your hand for anything. I'm looking to God. And that's how my business has grown. So what I was doing all through COVID was I was going to house, shooting prominent men of God in this country. And the only payment I was receiving, I would just need to raise my camera up and they will bless it. People of God, nobody knew Yemi Kings before COVID. During COVID, I'd been doing photography for 4 years before COVID. What I made during COVID doubled what I had made in the first 3 years. During the COVID, this was not even post-COVID. It was during COVID that people now started hearing that Mama Lomo Yemi Kings. No, I thought it's in Ife. No, it's in Lagos now. I thought it's in Osogbo. It's in Lagos now. I did throughout COVID. I was doing free shoots. I would travel. We would say we are going here. Free shoots. I have friends that can bear witness. I was sowing seeds into the lives of men of God, because you see, these are men that on a normal day their schedule is tight for the next 2 years. Is booked, but during COVID, so you can't call them because you don't anybody. Hey, I'm at home, but you don't have anything doing. Nobody had anything doing. So because people were caged, the farm was open for me, and all I saw was an avenue to sow seeds. I did free wedding during COVID, free shoots, because people were not making money. So I did free shoots, I did free wedding, I did free maternity, I did free portraits. I was just doing free. And I rested. And mind you, I was not married though. So I didn't have the pressure of feeding a family. I might not say the same for you. What's pinching us is different. So if you are not able to do as many free shoots as I did, please don't feel bad. But understand the spirit of the message I'm trying to pass across to you. Everything is not money. Invest in people. I have a friend that wanted to travel out of the country, and he stayed with me for like 6 months before his travel clicked. My house is not a very big house. We were uncomfortable, and he knew we were uncomfortable. Do you understand? But for somebody to stay with you, knowing that you're uncomfortable, this guy stayed with me, and God created a wonderful door for him. He seized the opportunity abroad. Under 3 months, he called me, said, Yemi, I'm staying in a 3-bedroom duplex in London. He said, my home is welcome to you anytime. Invest in people. Invest in people. As I'm here now, somebody's coming to come and borrow my lens. My lens that camera joint. How much is that lens? Please, can we celebrate camera joint once again? Very good man. Buy from him. He's a good man. Now, sow in people. Do you understand? Just be good. See, if a month, yes, let me break it down to a month. If a month should pass, and as a photographer in this industry, nobody can tap you and say, you're a bad person. Wait, thank you for yesterday, thank you for last week, thank you. That means a whole month went by. You impacted not a soul. You should be ashamed of yourself, no matter your age. Be a blessing to people. Everything is not money. See, there are business secrets that transcend theories, that transcend what we can write on paper. There are spiritual principles for success. And that's what I'm here to point our attention to, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a traditionalist. It applies. The realm of the supernatural is open to anybody that understands the maximization and the manipulation of it thereof. So, do not only think that it is when you take badass pictures, you put the best retouching on it. It's good. Gather all the skills you want to gather. Gather all the gears you need to gather. Do you understand what I'm saying? Attend all the workshops you need to workshop. Talking about workshop, my workshop is coming up November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. It's going to be myself and Emmanuel Eleleke. It's going to be epic. I mean, this is what we discuss. And we will now do lights. We will do... You can put the banner up. It's there. Yeah, that's it. See as we are fine together. Do you understand? 2 badass photographers. Camera Joint is sponsoring us. We are. And then you can win something life-changing. Amen. It's just 150,000 naira. Invest in yourself. Hello, somebody. All right. You can remove it now. God bless you. Your business, you say. Amen. I have a 3-day workshop coming up. Attend every workshop you want to attend. Learn every retouching technique possible. When I met my mentor, T.Y. Bello, one of the first things she said to me, she said, Yemi, know everything technical about your craft. Don't justify mediocrity with creativity. Hello? Know the lighting. Know the retouch. Know what the world demands from photography in this year. And then after you have learned all of that, you will now crown it up like this with God Almighty. T.Y. Bello sang a song. She said, Boluwa uba mumilo. ta ni yóò mú mi wọbẹ̀? Bólúwa ò bá mú mi lọ, ta ni yóò mú mi wọbẹ̀? Iṣẹ́ wa mi ò já sásán, torí mi ò sáré jolúwa lọ. Kò já sásán o, torí mi ò sáré jolúwa lọ. We need God. Go and ask anybody that has had decent success in their industry. They will tell you. Gather all the skills that is needed. Respect people. Honor them. Be a good person. Be a firm believer of God. Submit yourself to the leading of the Holy Spirit. If you believe in Him, submit yourself to the leading of the divine. Be a year le Oluwa lowo, and trust that He will not spoil it, because àwọn àgbà bọ̀ wọ́n ní ìgbà tá a bá gbélé lọ́wọ́ kì í fọ́, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni àwo tá a bá gbélé lọ́wọ́ kì í fire. God bless you.